You're now listening to the Shipper's Toolbox, presented by Refund Retriever. Hey guys, Brian from Refund Retriever, and today we're going to talk about the 2021 UPS rate increases. These are the general rate increases that happen every year, and they're out a little bit early than normal. FedEx did them a few weeks ago. We talked about that. We looked at those and where their shipping increases are going to be. So now we're going to talk about UPS. They give the same average net increase of 4.9% as they do every year. In addition to these daily package rates increasing, there's going to be other charges that increase your shipping charges. Like effective January 10th, additional handling is going to apply to any package where the length plus the girth combined exceeds 105 inches. This is a change. It's really going to affect you. There's many other accessorial fees we went over in another blog that we did on our website, the 2021 UPS rate increase. We call that Part 1, Accessorial Fees. You can take a look at that also. But let's dig into some of the rate increases. So looking at 2020 versus 2021. All right, so we're going to start off. It looks like there's a little bit less of an increase on every single service except for one, as there was last year. So 2020, the UPS second day air was the largest increase of 6.9% because there was a lot more second day air used because of the FedEx One rate, and people want their packages faster. They want them in 2 days like Amazon offers. Last year it was 6.09. This year it's only 5.47%. The next highest increase, just like it was in 2020, was UPS 3-day. So it's another express service, gets it there faster. Last year, 5.9%. This year, 5.4%. Then the next highest one that we see for 2021 wasn't as much last year, but it's UPS Ground. The thing about this, there's a lot more UPS Ground used than any other service for our clients. So last year, 4.87%. This year, it increases by 0.1% up to 4.97% across the board. So the increase is higher for ground than what they say their average of 4.9. It's 4.97. The other ones that went up, so next day air saver, there's going to be a 4.24%. UPS next day air, just regular, by noon, it's going to be there. It's going to be increased to 4.71%. Then early AM is one of the lowest domestic increases at 3.99. It's kind of the same last year. It was the lowest domestic increase of 4.82 because not a lot of people use UPS next day air early AM. That's the service that gets it next day before 8 o'clock. Not a lot of people use it because it's very expensive. UPS standard to Canada, which is basically ground to Canada from the U.S., it's going to go up 3.53%. We really see the biggest increases in 2 and 3 day and ground, which is the bulk of what people really use. Whenever we look at the increases for ground for 2021, it's pretty flat across the domestic zones for U.S. The international, the Puerto Rico, and I believe that's the Alaska one, it goes up pretty good. But when you look at it by weight range, that's where you really see some interesting stuff, where the highest increase is going to be the 1 to 10 pound packages. So the smaller packages that are going to have that minimum charge applied see the highest increase. It goes down to like 4.8%, down to 4.7, 4.6 in the higher weights, but lower weight looks like it's getting the biggest increase when we're looking at express packages. So there's a lot of different things. What really kind of jumps out to me is for the zones for these packages. The farther it goes across the US, the higher the increase is. So like the zone 2, zone 3s, it's a much smaller, like sometimes it's even a third, the zone 2 and zone 3 of the increase for like the zones farther across the country. There's next day air and zone, 124, so that's a pretty far express, overnight service, it's going up 6.65%. Domestic, it gets up to 5.9% for next day air. And that's pretty big considering Zone 7's 5.9% increase and Zone 2's 2.18. Because Zone 2, that's pretty close to that location that went out. There's not much travel there. Second day air, kind of the same thing. Zone 2 is down to 4.85%. Then it kind of steadily increases as it goes farther. So farther your package is going, the more expensive it is. Plus, it's going to see the bigger increase. So minimum charge increase. Let's talk about that. Everybody knows, hopefully you do know, we've talked about it before, all UPS packages, they're subject to a minimum charge. No matter how great your discounts are, you're never going to get below, in 2020, $8.23. That's a minimum charge. No matter how great everything was, it's going to be $8.23 plus your accessorials plus your fuel. 2020 was $8.23. This year it's going to go up to $8.76. That's a 6.44% increase. This is the same charge as FedEx Ground and home delivery. So therefore, no matter how low your discount goes in those 1 to 5 pound packages where we typically see the minimum come into play, you're going to be charged $8.76 for a package. It's pretty high. So how can you as a business owner mitigate this yearly shipping increase? Most companies are just going to accept this rate increase, kind of transfer it on to the end user. But, you have to remember, Shopping Cart Abandoned is highly dependent on shipping costs. They see how much it costs to ship, and a lot of times they just bounce off there. They go get it on Amazon. They have the Prime account. They don't really have to pay for shipping. It's baked into their membership. So now it's more crucial than ever that you have a parcel auditing plan in place. You need to file for any guaranteed service refunds that you're entitled to and make sure that your bills are correct. You can also decrease costs with a full contract analysis and, renegotiate your agreement with FedEx or UPS. You can renegotiate many times. Typically we see a 2 to 3 year contract with carriers, but you do not have to wait till your contract is up to renegotiate. In fact, you need to do it a few months before it's up if you're going to do it at all. I mean, you can do it within a year. But, basically what you need to do is look at where are all your discounts hitting, how many of your discounts are unrealized, and what other services are you using, what other accessorial fees are you really getting hit with that you do not have a discount on. Because there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of peak season charges right now that people do not have discounts on. They have no idea they're getting hit. We just had a client the other day that, we looked at their agreement. They reached out to us and they just wanted us to look to make sure their bill was right. They said we basically have very low discounts. Like, we don't get a lot of discount on our ground residential and commercial, but we don't pay for accessorial fees and we don't pay for fuel. We looked at their agreements, at the data itself, and yeah, they had low discounts on their ground. It was like, not what they should have had for their volume, but they were getting charged for a lot of accessorial fees. I mean, it was like 11% of their total spend, and they were under the assumption that they weren't getting charged for any. So you need to make sure that your agreement is right. You need to make sure that your shipping matrix is designed for what you're actually, what pricing model you're using on your website or whatever channel that you're using, that your shipping decisions are made with valid information. A lot of times they're not. If you have any questions about your agreements or about these rate increases, reach out to us on refundretriever.com. My email address is brian@refundretriever, or give us a call, 800-441-8085. And that's all I got. Check out our blog. We've got tons of information about rate increases, FedEx and UPS. A lot of stuff about Amazon is coming now. We're looking at Amazon Seller Central accounts for reimbursements as well. So if you're an Amazon FBA seller, reach out to us. I bet we can help you there as well. Thanks a lot, guys. You have a great day. Thank you for joining us on the Shipper's Toolbox. If you have any questions, visit our website, refundretriever.com. Feel free to reach out to us, 800-441-8085, for anything related to your FedEx or UPS invoices. Have a great day.